I made my very own in Python. Oh wait, what? I got bored midway through the project after 2.5 weeks of work and decided to change ideas, messing up my whole schedule of a 3-week maximum time limit between videos. So, turns out I made a game instead. Or more like it, part of a game. I've always loved Stardew Valley and its calm yet complex gameplay, but it just didn't have enough to brush into it. So I decided on making my own farming simulator with quite a big difference. I wanted to make a post-apocalyptic, survival and explorable, story-driven farming simulator where you balance bringing life back to your ruined world and surviving. If it wasn't obvious before, I've never really used Unity or programmed in C# before, although I did try to learn from Brackeys back in the day. So I downloaded Unity and Visual Studio, but it did feel like I was cheating on my one true bestie. Oh, he's not there. Boom! At this point, I realized that this download was going to take much longer than I expected, and I just stopped recording. After I finished downloading, I attempted to set up the actual project, but of course, Unity started acting up. So I opened up a tutorial and watched how this guy set up his project and learned the basics, since it was my first time doing this. But from the way it looked like, this dude was learning with me. I started writing some basic code on controlling the player's movements. I was watching two different tutorials at the same time, and both of them were using completely different methods. So with my limited C# knowledge, I acted like I knew what I was doing. I added some basic collision detection as well. Now I know, you might be thinking, like, this is the ugliest sprites you've ever seen in your life. Just looking at my game made me feel depressed, so I decided to make some basic artwork for my sprites. Now, I'm no Vincent van Gogh, but it didn't look too shabby, and I didn't really record the whole process of me making these sprites because it would just require too much work to include that. I made the sprites and some animations for the walking, along with making the camera follow the character as you moved. I also made some basic tiles for grass, dirt, and water. I made a small basic scene with the absolute bare bones. It looks pretty bad, so I added some texture variants to the grass and dirt tiles. I also forgot to add the inner corners for grass edges, so I added that as well. I added a few more tiles to fix the look I was trying to go for, and it improved ever so slightly. The way I was handling the idle animations were also pretty damn weird too. Yo, can you come over here for a second?
Oh, yeah, sure.
What the hell's wrong with you? Why are you walking like that?
What's wrong with the way I walk?
So I fixed that right up and made the character face the direction that you walked in. I added some basic fence posts and fixed the hitboxes as these posed an issue at this point. But there is now a layering issue with the fence and the player. So I needed to fix that as well. I fixed the layering problem, I added a collecting item system and a basic inventory system as well to hold these items, and made some more art for the seed packets. At this point, after you collected an item from the ground, they were stuck in your inventory and there wasn't a way to remove them at all. So I added a throwing mechanism, but I faced an issue.
Can you throw this for me? Oh, sure. Let me just. Let me just. What's wrong with you? Just throw it already. I'm trying!
Next, I wanted to create a hoeing mechanic.
You know, I'd like to see the hose and the rakes and trowels and.
But first, I needed to find a way to detect what tile the player is standing on and ensure that nothing is on top of it, for example, grass. So I implemented a basic mechanic that just that, and I had to readjust the center points for the collision boxes so the tile placement was where I intended, as it was doing it slightly above where the player was standing. I refactored the code so I could handle future expansion of more tools and objects. But of course, there was still that issue with throwing the objects in your inventory.
Just throw it! Oh my god!
So I finally fixed that issue and got it actually working properly. The UI inventory had also been popping up constantly every time I opened the game, and I've just been ignoring it up until now, so I threw in a quick fix. I added a basic toolbar UI and added the ability to select the different slots in your toolbar. Now, you might be like, this isn't even much progress yet, and I hear you. The learning curve for this project has been quite steep, and along with the fact that I had already spent 2.5 weeks on my initial idea, which is a majority of the 3 weeks that I set between videos, a majority of that time to work on this game was already gone. From the little time I've had, this is all I've been able to complete so far. Of course, this is going to be a devlog series, but I think I might put this series on a monthly upload while I'm doing my other projects. But of course, that depends on how well this video does. If it does better, I'll prioritize this more. In the next devlog, I will have a lot more time to pour into this game before my upload, so do stay tuned, as I fully intend to add so many more things and lore to this game, and essentially give it my everything. And I really hope things go well. I really appreciate all your support, so please do check out my other videos and consider subscribing.
Bazingo! Bazingo!
Okay, I'll sing that, okay?
Bazingo! 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 Bazingo!
See you guys in hopefully about 3 weeks. But with a bit different. Calm down. Bearinging. Beringing. What's beringing? So I decided on making my own. I wanted to make a post-apocalyptic, or let alone programmed in C.
Yeah.
Still zoomed in?
Okay.
This guy. That. And dirt blocks. Dirt tiles. Oh. Where the fence would change its. No, cut that part off.
Oh.
With the throwing objects, of course. Throwing. Where's that from? Throwing. I added a basic tool project schedule.
You're recording it?
It's fine.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Wait, this is just that. I made my very own. Beep, 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 beep. Okay. Should I do that?
You could.
So it'll be like beep, 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 beep. Like I'm cussing.
What?
It's like maybe I like dolphin sounds like Krista grabs.
Why?